The Cost of Negligence, Firefighter Ho Waiho's Tragic Sacrifice in Hong Kong's Inferno. Find out more details, only here at The catastrophic fire that engulfed 7 towers of the Wong Fuk Court residential complex in Hong Kong was a disaster born of negligence, leaving 128 confirmed dead and a community shattered. Amidst the chaos and systemic failure, the city faced a profound loss, the tragic passing of one of its heroes, firefighter Ho Waiho. Ho Waiho, a dedicated 37-year-old veteran with 9 years of service, was one of the nearly 800 firefighters mobilized to battle the intense, rapidly spreading blaze. The Hong Kong Fire Service operates with a deep, unwavering commitment to duty, often facing circumstances that demand the ultimate sacrifice. Ho Waiho was emblematic of this tradition, a professional dedicated to public safety. The call came on November 26, 2025, when the Wong Fuk Court Inferno erupted, quickly escalating to the highest fire danger level due to highly flammable renovation materials, bamboo scaffolding and plastic netting, that encased the buildings. This man-made disaster, caused by contractors' gross negligence and systemic safety failures, demanded a heroic response. Ho Waiho was part of the frontline unit attacking the intense flames on the ground floor, working to contain the initial surge and secure evacuation routes for the trapped residents. At 3:30 p.m., a critical moment arrived. The command unit lost contact with Ho Waiho's team. The sudden silence from his unit signaled a severe, immediate catastrophe within the smoke-choked structure. The intense heat and dangerous, toxic smoke, exacerbated by the non-fireproof facade materials, had proven overwhelming. A frantic rescue attempt was launched to recover Ho Waiho. When he was finally brought out, the reality of the dangers he faced was brutally visible. Witnesses reported that he had sustained severe burns to his face and body. He was immediately rushed to Prince of Wales Hospital. Despite the best efforts of the medical team, Ho Waiho succumbed to his catastrophic injuries and was pronounced dead at 4:41 p.m. that day. His sacrifice placed a face on the immense cost of the systemic negligence that plagued the renovation project. The loss of Ho Waiho sent ripples of profound grief through the Hong Kong Fire Service, a tightly knit community that relies on the trust and skill of every member. The service operates under a culture where every minute counts, where the safety of both the public and their comrades is paramount. The loss of a veteran like Ho Waiho, with 9 years of invaluable experience, is immeasurable. His passing underscored the extreme, unnecessary risks faced by the 800 firefighters mobilized, who were forced to contend with an inferno that should have been contained earlier had the renovation materials been fire-resistant and the fire alarms operational. The initial investigation into the fire had already led to the arrest of 3 individuals for gross negligence, but the loss of a firefighter elevated the tragedy to a crisis of accountability. Firefighters, who embody the city's dedication to service, were now victims of the very negligence they were fighting. The public reaction was immediate and immense. Tributes poured in across social media and local news channels. Ho Waiho was mourned not just as a civil servant, but as a hero whose final act of bravery was performed under conditions made deadly by corporate greed and failed regulation. Ho Waiho's sacrifice highlighted the stark contrast between the selflessness of the service and the failures of the public system. His passing became inextricably linked to the calls for justice against the construction firm directors and the engineer responsible for using the flammable materials that transformed the high-rise complex into a fatal trap. The fire service culture mandates that they run toward danger. However, the political and ethical crisis that followed centered on ensuring that such a tragedy would never be demanded of them again due to preventable human error. The public demanded a full accounting of how a city of Hong Kong's stature could allow such catastrophic safety failures, costing not only the lives of 128 residents but also the life of a dedicated firefighter. The memory of Ho Waiho, the 37-year-old veteran who suffered severe burns while protecting the lives of strangers, galvanized public support for immediate and severe regulatory reform. His final hours, from the moment he lost contact with his unit to the announcement of his death, became a poignant symbol of the ultimate price paid for negligence. The entire fire service prepared to honor their fallen comrade with the utmost respect and ceremony, acknowledging his heroism and the profound loss suffered by his family, friends, and the city he faithfully served for almost a decade. Ho Waiho's legacy will be cemented in the safety regulations that will inevitably follow this disaster, ensuring that his sacrifice was not made in vain.